Jesus Christ. She's an orange. She'll be fine.
It's been an hour and 5 minutes. Where the hell's Obadiah?
He got caught up.
He's probably going over to frickin' Maya to protect her. Some shit.
This isn't good. Does Mr. Jimmy realize the situation he's putting her in?
He can't know. We're the only ones who do. Or he bugged the room.
Oh god. He's got too many bugs in this place. We gotta fumigate.
Or like...
We have to go to the hospital.
Or like I said, they have a plant somewhere.
Charlie?
Fucking bikini. Would we make it in time?
I don't think we would. The people who hurt her, they're evil.
Thank you, Pearl.
Yeah? You have to make sure they don't get away.
If I bailed now, they'd think I was throwing the case.
Pearl, you go.
You can still call the clinic. I can warn them.
I think that's a little late. I'm back.
Oh, Waters.
Hey.
Waters!
There's too many people in this fucking place.
You're on my side, remember? Hey, what's going on, Waters? How's it going, buddy?
Right.
Old friend, pal. Am I glad to see you?
Told you I'd get those doors tested.
You also
tonight.
told me it would take like 5 minutes. It's been an hour. Where you been, you prick?
Did as fast as I could.
Right. What'd you find?
These people here all got their prints on the entrance to the secret. I could barely read that because of how... Oh.
I can read it. Entrances? As in the plural?
Well, I wasn't sure which one you wanted, so I got them all done.
What about the entrance that you made in the wall?
I got that one too.
You get your fist print?
Sorry, it's not more organized. I was in a rush, alright?
It doesn't even say who used which entrance. At least he followed through.
Yeah. What do you want? I was on a time limit. Hey, I can make it easier. What? We both know you didn't do it, yeah? So I'll cross your name off. Your prints were only found on the inside.
Why the hell do you
Remember,
not wear gloves?
I saw you touch it.
So I'm off the hook.
Shouldn't have written my name down anywhere. Don't sound so excited. I'm really trying for the Sonic shit, but my nose is starting to plug.
Your nose is starting to bleed?
No, it's starting to plug. Dude, I did like you asked. Why still so glum?
One more thing. Could you please go check on Maya?
Hit Gumshoe. Maya? Oh, she's fine.
Could you check, please?
Well, we already have police there, but I can do it. Think something's the matter? Yeah, I'm on it.
A friend of mine is with her, but I don't know if it'll be enough. He's kind of useless.
And my daughter.
Just see that she's safe.
It's not actually my daughter. She's fine, don't worry. But I'll get right down there. So fast, you didn't even have a fade out. Okay.
He ran.
Will he make it in time?
We'll find out. Please, Waters. Don't fail me now like you failed me so many times before.
Worry about it later. We can't let the person who shot Mystic Maya escape.
Pearl, that's not like you.
Just do it. None of these people can get away.
There's nothing more I can do for Maya. Her life isn't in my hands. The only thing left to do is make sure her attacker doesn't escape. Fucking wheelchair. Is that a wheelchair, or is that just like a freaking beach chair?
Yes. It's a modified beach
I
chair.
like how you just said yes. I said, is it this or this?
That's...
Yes!
Yes, it's both. Have
It's a
you never heard
modified
that
beach
before?
wheelchair.
Have you never heard that before?
You're a prick.
Order. Court is reconvened. The suspect is ready.
What?
Do I need to introduce her again? Or they did that yesterday, right? Suspect. Already? Is that how things work in this kangaroo court? Meredith Faye, back for round 2, everybody. Glad to have her. You know why you're here? Of course I do. I was sitting right up there when you directly accused me. Good. Just so long as we're all up to speed. Now why don't you begin by telling us your story? From the beginning. Will this be okay? Is Mystic Maya safe? I mean, it wasn't you who accused her.
Let's not bet on it. Those daggers she's staring at me, telling me to clear no.
Well, I can't even see her fucking eyes, so...
She supposedly can't even see, so how is she staring daggers at you?
You say I set my own granddaughter up for assassination. What kind of person do you think I am? I'm not like others in my family, completely devoid of self-restraint. A wanton murder would hardly be in anyone's better interests, my own included. Okay, a good
Liar!
You did it!
Just for the record, I'm not the one who accused you, so no hard feelings?
Hard feelings? Whatever do you mean, good sir?
Just hoping you're not angry at, well, at me.
If you must ask, Mr. Phoenix, I am a wee bit disappointed. I was hoping you would be able to protect me after how well we'd gotten to know each other. Well, we've gotten to know each other. You could have stopped the prosecutor, but you failed. You hardly even tried. In a trial, who can we say is responsible for a verdict? The attorney who protects a client or the prosecutor who pursues her? You're both at fault.
If there's no forgiveness from you, then there won't be any from me. This'll be from Maya, you bitch! Do it!
Part of the good translation group.
It's a hard sub. Maya, are you fucking okay?
We're not doing the fucking cowboy
No, that
shit.
was actually in the sub and the dub. That was actually in the
That was great.
You really want me to answer that?
Yes. Oh, Mr. Phoenix, are you also pressing on this poor old
I'm
woman?
not pressing on nothing.
Stop with the innuendo. I loved my granddaughter every bit as much as you did. She's still alive. Loved, as in the past tense?
She's playing herself as a harmless old granny. She just said she doesn't love her. The court has yet to see her true colors. I need to show her for what she is.
A demon.
A bitch. Why are you so bitter towards your family?
You would be too. Killing a family member over a silly title. Pah!
Ah!
It only hurts us. Never any good from it.
Well said.
I wish there was some way we could make it all stop. That's a new pose for her. That's okay.
She looks fucking terrified.
Yeah, a little bit. Her eyes are really fucking anime.
She's just seen...
Some shit.
Yeah, she's having a Vietnam flashback. You can't change human nature.
I hate it. This is why I left to begin with.
I'm sorry I can't do more, but I can at least be sure those responsible will pay for their actions. Rotten murder! You used a few interesting terms just now.
Did I? If it pleases the court, I'd gladly explain my words. Hit what, Mr. Right?
Alright, are you making fun of me, Judge?
Of course. What were you curious about? Anyone. The word anyone, yeah.
Anyone. What does the mean? Who is anyone? Define the.
I was involved with the incident. The 8 people who were there.
Wasn't that what Bill Clinton said?
That's a good summary. What do you think, Mr. Judge? It'll do. Witness, please amend your testimony.
Nobody involved had any reason to see her dead. The Ravalas family.
Yeah, let's press it first.
Now, to be clear again, nobody means the 8 people who were present.
Yes. Not had a clear motive that I know of.
We already know that's a lie. Do I have anything to present and prove it?
She's starting with the motive. It's nothing really solid yet.
That makes it easier. We already know who she was working with. Well, I mean, okay, that just blatantly gave it away. The only thing to do is find an opening to attack.
Well, this is just the first part. She'll have more for you coming soon. Oh, Jesus.
What? I think I just had a Vietnam flashback. She's matured so much. It's amazing how good of a grasp she has on this.
Fucking stroke out for a second. What happened?
You say I set my own granddaughter up for assassination.
What the hell?
Nobody involved. Card. Hold.
No card, you just... What? Oh.
Nobody involved.
Now she's stroked out. Okay? We need a medic here.
Just smack her upside the head like she's an old TV.
She's got that static running. Boom, boom, boom. Hello. There you go.
The 8 people that were not...
It is new.
The 8 people there were not the only ones involved.
Raphael over here bitch slap.
Wiggle the antennas. We know this. Yet you're making a point to avoid the fact.
This is horrible. We're talking about elderly abuse. Good lord.
Is that beneath us? Is that kind of joke beneath us?
I don't think so.
Our previous witness admitted his gang was involved.
No, it's a gang now.
We have an explicit confession that they were after her.
It's not a mafia yet, it's just a gang. Oh, but apart from his word, what do we really have?
Where is Obadiah? I'm sick of your face.
A card and a disgruntled butler can only take you so far. If only there was some evidence that the Ravalas family was responsible.
Fucking letter, dude. Are you kidding me? You may as well be saying wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I do have that piece of evidence which implicates them. Okay, it was frozen. There is one piece of evidence that's something Ravalas family.
Is it frozen now? Okay, no, it's not frozen now. Okay. Got that, the threatening letter.
From the Ravalas family.
Yeah, with the watermelon.
This letter was found at the manor. It's addressed from the family.
The family. Oh my! Well, it may not directly refer to the shooting, but I can't think of what else it might mean.
My thought exactly.
Poor Miss Faye. What did they have against her?
She was planning something they wanted to avoid. I still haven't found out what, but I know that's why she was shot. And I know why it had to happen that day. Something else was there that warranted their attention.
Really? Other than Miss Faye, what did they need to be there? The clock.
No, I doubt it's the clock.
No, it has to be the clock.
What else was
Pepper
there
spray.
for that day? Pearl and...
Porter.
So the bug?
So
Porter?
we represent Porter?
Yeah, I'd present Porter.
One of Porter's things. Makoto!
Gladys Porter... Ow, I bit my tongue. Gladys Porter was spying on the manor and its residents. That day, she was there for an interview with Maya. I'm not sure what it would have covered, but it was enough to make a target out of her.
Okay, but what on earth does that have to do with our lovely witness?
No turning back now. Meredith Fay was working with the family.
Gotta say, I am loving this. Oh, there's the music again. Oh yeah, baby. He turned it on just for this special occasion. You see, as I've said before, I came to the same conclusion. We're like minds, righty? Partners in crime, metaphorically speaking, of course.
Hate you.
You gonna quit struggling from here, or are we finally together on this? Yes, Mr. Phoenix. Are you truthfully siding with the prosecution?
I don't have a choice. Maya's fate is no longer in my hands. It's just you, me, and the truth.
And me too. Don't forget me.
Fuck you. And fuck you. And him too.
I can't believe it. Do you really have a basis for this? Well, for one, there's Mr. Donatello, who, you know, well, he worked for you. Mr. Raphael worked for the mob. Oh my heavens, I had no idea.
You knew.
Good lord, that was the most generic shit you could have said. How could I? He wouldn't admit something like that. The letter surely must have been meant for him. Even if I read it, I couldn't possibly have known what it meant. Not going to admit it. Guess we do it the hard way. Time for plan B, more testimony.
Can't she, like, say, like, isn't it, she can't, what is it? She can refuse to testify if it would incriminate her?
Plead the fifth.
Like, isn't that a thing in this universe?
Yeah, no, but you plead the fifth, it's pretty much just, yeah, I did it. So there's no fucking point in saying I plead the fifth anyway, in any universe. I never knew Mr. Raphael was with those people. If I had, I wouldn't have hired him to begin with. The letter must have been sent to him, not me. There's no reason to say I planned or responded to anything at all.
That's bullshit right there.
There's no reason to suspect me or any more than anybody else. Any more than anybody else.
Alright, you tried and you failed, let's move on. I already see what the contradiction here is.
I'm still not seeing her as any more than a poor old woman. I'm close. I'm getting there. Hold on. Are you too sure about this? Sorry, Mr. Judge, but you'll forgive us, I hope. She's the one.
It was her.
Just a nod. It was her. Well, you certainly were quick to turn on me. This hostility cannot be ignored or forgiven.
Likewise. Your mind was made up the moment he pulled you onto the stand. You can't fool the prosecution or me. You're on your own right now. You want me to tell you what the contradiction is?
I mean, yeah. Just go ahead.
Go through them. Never knew Mr. Raphael was working. If I had, I wouldn't have hired him to begin with. The letter must have been sent to him. There's no reason to say I plan to respond to any. That one.
Yeah, that one.
No, present. I already know what it is. Isn't there?
Isn't there? I don't see anything saying I helped to set this up. We don't know what the assassination was in planning for that the fuck.
We don't know that the assassination was in planning for very long.
Good lord. That's not important, is it?
If we can show she's been planning Maya's murder for a long time, the letter makes more sense. If she's just talking, she was just taking well too long.
Maybe she didn't want to kill Mystic Maya after all. She was stalling and FM got angry.
The radio?
Yes. That AM though. Wow.
He's a prick.
That does sound big. I know you can prove it, but remember, the main thing is if she actually shot her, you can't prove that with only this.
It all ties in together, and we're about to get all of our answers. I love this red thing.
It was made on my 15th birthday.
The newspaper, because she set up
Lord,
yeah, she set up the reunion.
Yeah. Former master to host.
You've been planning this for longer than I realized.
Hell yeah, man.
Jimmy, could you read this for the court? Why?
Because I'm Jimmy, man. Let's see. Fae Clan mediums plan reunion. Yada, yada, yada. Here. Former master to host at her home in Kurain Village. That the part you were thinking of?
That was at the top. What? Mystic Fae, you've told me multiple times that you were against the idea of a Fae reunion. If that's the case, why would you volunteer your home as the venue? You've been planning this from the beginning.
That was not synced up at all, Phoenix. I supported my granddaughter, despite her foolishness. She had her heart set on the gathering. I couldn't talk her out of it. If I couldn't do that, I had no choice but to play along.
No, you offered your place so that you could control what happened and where. So much happened that it couldn't have been possible without your knowing. Take the big gun, for instance.
The big gun.
How did anyone manage to smuggle that in without you finding out?
You can shout all day, but you'll never prove I knew. Mr. Raphael was resourceful. He could find a way. Not working, buddy. We need to grab this bull by the horns and go straight for what we know. Mystic Fae, you shot your granddaughter. That is a fact. If it is, then prove it. Gladly. Answer some questions for me, will you? The gun Waters found, where did it come from? The pistol is mine. It's a family heirloom.
What?
Fucking Derringer's a family fucking heirloom.
A family heirloom from Japan.
Japan. You know? Derringer. Japan. It works. Has been in the Fae Clan since we first immigrated from Japan. Your gun. Sounds like a confession. Nonsense. It would have been accessible. I'm always accessible. Would have been accessible to anyone. It is one of the many valuables that I keep in the western half of my home. An 18th century relic. I keep it on display as one might a ceremonial
Why do you keep it loaded?
Bullshit. Just this line.
A gun that old still works?
Apparently. During all the commotion, you say anybody could have just waltzed on in, stolen it, and used it. Anybody could use it. Something of that size wouldn't require much skill.
You kept a loaded gun just lying around?
Yeah, exactly. We had antique ball bearings in the same room. It could be used with no problem. Why? Why, though? Why would you have that?
Who knows?
Well, isn't all this history just nifty? Now onto a more modern discovery. Are you aware of where this gun was found? I haven't the foggiest. Okay then. Righty, how about you enlighten her?
We found it in the hallway running through the middle of your manor. The same hallway you've been trying to hide.
Ah, that doesn't exist. A secret passage. Is that where the third shot came from?
It was, and I have proof of it.
I have a hole in the wall.
Yeah, obviously. There was a bullet hole on one side of the hall, but not on the other. That's clear proof the shooter fired from in there.
That proves it. Why wasn't this brought up before? I'm sure Obi had good reasons. We can check with him later, right? When? But for now, it's all back to you, Mystic Fae. Somebody shot her from a super secret hidden hallway that was in your home. You've been stalling the police by denying them entry to the west half. Why would you want to hide it if not to cover your tracks? Am I really to blame for the police not investigating? They could have entered sooner, but they didn't. I know somebody else must have known about the central passage. So enough of your nonsense. Its mere presence does not implicate me.
Drink some water.
Oh, God, I did.
Oh, how many testimonies is this old bint gonna have?
Good lord, the Derringer in the hallway. That's a good title for an episode.
Sounds like a Detective Conan episode.
Hell yeah. Others knew about the central passageway. It was hardly as secret as you claim. As of yet, you've only shown that it was in my home. With 7 other people present, I'm hardly the only suspect.
Well, I mean, 4 of them were with us. One of them was shooting from above, and the other one was shot.
Mr. Neck, I have a question.
Yes, Pearl?
Are you so sure she shot her? Jesus Christ, she sells seashells down that seashore.
Of course I am.
Stop with the S words. We know she planned the shooting from the balcony. They just keep doing it.
Oh no.
But did she pull the trigger downstairs? You don't know if those were her fingerprints.
I have an idea that I kind of don't like. Whose else would they be? She had it in from Maya.
Well, Maya shot herself?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
I know she's your grandmother, but we can't ignore this.
She found a string and pulled it. Oh, my God.
What?
Huh. I just don't think she would do it. That fucking face. If you're not right and you get the wrong person, Mystic Maya still won't be safe.
It was Apollo!
You can't... And I'm fine. Oh.
Let's keep going. How would they know?
It's been there for ages. I added it after an attempt on my life when I was younger.
Really,
That was a knife.
Have you dropped any frames?
No, actually.
Okay.
Want to stop now after this little section?
No, we've got to be at the end.
I don't know, man. Back then, we kept it hidden. But these days, I'm no longer the master, so secrecy isn't necessary. Anybody who's clever enough could figure out it was there.
Like me?
Like Waters. Like you. And you are the only one who's found it. Did you find Waters' fist mark?
That room was completely
Sorry.
hidden. You'd need to know where it opened to get inside.
You seem to have found your way in easily enough. And straight through
Apparently
my
she
wall.
did.
Oh, she know. She know.
Yeah, that was Waters. My bad.
I do not apologize.
He said that he would send
Waters,
you. He said for you to send him the bill.
You're supposed to be at the hospital. I ran back.
Douche.
You seem to
because of
find
you that Maya's dead.
all know this.
Just for the record, the wall bit wasn't me. It took a bit of logical thinking to get that far, something I think you were hoping against.
Why else would she keep people out of the West Wing, right? Very suspicious. I'm amazed it took you so long. Why the walls were paper thin?
I know! It's clear she wanted to hide the hallway. We found the gun in there. She either hoped or expected nobody would make it in.
Waters knows.
That already puts you at a disadvantage.
It does, doesn't it? But it's not enough. You must admit, there was so much going on, you can't put the blame on one person.
It's easier if only one person was in the position to do it.
Gotta ask yourself, is that me? There's no way in heaven or hell you can... Dude, you can't say hell. You can say that
I
for
don't
certain.
like that kind of freaking those words in my courtroom. Mystic Meredith, if you're so confident, why don't you update your testimony to reflect that?
If the court wishes it, here you are. I shall do so.
Well, obviously
Okay.
this is what we present on. As of yet, you've only shown the hall was in my home. Can you really say well, yeah. Because we got the fingerprints.
What, do we have the figure?
They were-
Oh, right, the thing. Hold
They
on.
were updated onto the
Last
map,
page.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, list of fingerprints. Okay.
Said that it updated it onto the map.
Phoenix? Stop
There's a
slapping
bug!
that
There's
paper.
a bug! I can't... Freaking... Mother... Got it! You missed the spot!
That was a good bit.
You wiped your prints from the gun, but your fingerprints are still on the entrance to the central hall. If you were in there, that means you are the would-be assassin. Dude, it's her house.
No! Prints on the entrance? When did they test for that?
Detective Waters ran a quick search earlier this morning. The forensics team confirmed it. She entered the secret hall. It's her house! What?
Nicely done. I'm just gonna move right past
Am
the
I
weirdness
only
of
one that's
that.
like...
Nope. It was a secret hall. Nobody could have gone in there.
It's not
Guess
strange
that's
for
gay.
her fingerprints to be in her house.
No, of course it's weird. What are you talking about?
Whatever.
Guess that's gay for you, Mystic Faye. Throw in the towel. You can't prove I was there during the shooting. Those fingerprints mean nothing to me. My own
Exactly!
home.
Really now, and just who do you think it was? You're the only possible suspect.
Ah, oh gods, you're amusing. Nobody else. Good sir, there were 7 other people there. Apart from the mask.
You okay?
There. Yeah, I'm good.
Having a heart attack?
Need more. Half of them had opportunities and motives.
Bikini, I knew it!
Well, I've had enough of your pish posh.
She about to take off?
What? Is she going super? She's super. Oh my god!
It's like her chair was a freaking rocket and she was about to take off.
The hell, man! You will not accuse me so
The hell
easily.
what?
I will stand.
What the hell?
I will stand. I will stand up.